Hello, Libra. This is your Sun, Moon, and Rising reading for the month of March 2018. So, Sun, Moon, and Rising. A lot of readers will say, if this doesn't resonate with you, make sure you watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising. And that's a really good reason to do that. Another thing that I like to do is if a reader does resonate with me, I will watch, and there are so many wonderful readers out there, so we can always find someone who resonates. And I will watch all three, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and then I will piece things together as a result of that. So I want to share my understanding of Sun, Moon, and Rising. I think of us as layered individuals. It's a Temperance card coming out for you, Libra. So from the inside, the moon represents more our inner life. Our emotional life, how we really feel, what we really think, and then that gets shared with people with whom we let our hair down. People we live with comfortably, roommates, long-term partners, children, people we flop down on the couch in front of at the end of a hard day. Like, they see that part of us. Now, the sun sign, that's our personality. And there are absolutely aspects of individual signs that are energies that are so definable. But I don't think that any one person can be defined purely by their sun sign, and I never do that. Like, there are tendencies, but they're all mitigated or enhanced by other factors. Astrologically, by our, placements of our planets, so many infinite factors. And then, of course, other factors too, right? Like birth order and all sorts of things. But I do believe that. So I don't believe in making blanket statements about individuals based on their sun sign. But I do believe that those tendencies are accurate tendencies. And then there's our ascendant sign. So our ascendant sign is really important because it determines how we move through the zodiac. Where our first house is determines where every other house is. So our ascendant sign is incredibly important, and I actually hope to do ascendant readings. But how people experience our ascendant sign, it's what we show the world. It's our image management, really. It's how we behave maybe in new social situations where we don't know anyone. Some people refer to it as our mask. So when I call this reading Sun, Moon, and Rising, I do so bearing in mind that you may be watching it for either of those reasons, and that you may be combining all three. So this is a variation of the Gypsy Tarot spread, and I'll explain it as we go along. Essentially, this is you. This is your environment. This is what is known to you. This is what is potentially unknown to you. These are your hopes and fears. This is your near future, and this is overall outcome. Now going this way, this is the condition. This is what is manifesting, and this is what's at the root of that. And I'm also able to clarify if anything is unclear. So we start with you, Libra. Excuse me. And you're coming up, your energy is coming up as the Page of Wands. So that's really wonderful. That's fire energy messenger. What that's manifesting is a little conflict somewhere. And what's at the root of that conflict is the world. So perhaps you're a little more powerful than someone or some little group in your life is accustomed to right now. You know, maybe as a result of this cycle that's completed. And you'll know how this plays out in your life, Libra. Your energy right now is very fresh and fiery and forward moving. And that might be creating a little confusion, leading to a bit of conflict. Well, let's look at your environment. In your environment, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So there's been a lot of work done. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, that's good. That makes more sense to me. I was actually looking at this little mark on the card. That's what distracted me. These cards are old, tried and true. So the Eight of Pentacles, so hard work. There's a hard working environment. So maybe things are fast moving and progressive, and whatever new cycle you've completed, which has changed you into this for the time being, it's just things are you're in an environment of forward progress, and there really hasn't been enough sort of time to kind of pay attention to the changes that have occurred with you, so it's just creating a little temporary conflict. So in your environment, all of this like hard work is creating some competition. And what's at the root of that, Libra, is the Temperance card. So there is a need for balance, for patience, for maturity within the environment. There is that energy, so things are probably balancing out, and this competition is probably what is going to balance things out in your environment. Okay, let's look at what is known to you. All right, so you know that there's progress. You know that your efforts are starting to bear early fruits. And how that knowledge is manifesting is the Knight of Wands. They're very enthusiastic about it. You know, you want to move forward. You're exuberant. And what's at the root of that is the Wheel of Fortune. So you feel, you know that the wheel is turning in your favor. And I can see why that's exciting. Well, let's look at what is unknown to you, Libra. Okay, so what is unknown to you? The Seven of Pentacles. Here it is. So I don't know if it's within you, if it's going to crop up within you, or if it's in some of the people around you, but somewhere there is a little sense of discouragement, you know, a little sense of discouragement and impatience, like, which is waiting for, you know, the early sprouts, like the proof that all this, like, plowing and tilling and planting and everything is going to yield fruit. You know, it's maybe just a reminder, you know, not to indulge in that discouragement. You know what I mean? Like, the world is here, the Temperance card is here, the Wheel of Fortune is here. You know, if there's a little bit, don't let any, like, conflict or competition that's sort of coming up right now throw you off. Your hard work is paying off, you know. This is a beautiful spirit to be in, you know. To remember that the hard work is paying off and stay in this exuberant energy may be mildly challenging. Let's see how this, you know, potential for a little discouragement is manifesting. Okay, so this would be extreme, I think. This kind of, like, thinking or feeling would be potentially unmerited. I mean, we can all go there, you know, we can all go there. If we've worked really hard and we're incredibly enthusiastic and we're aware of progress and, you know, there's a little bit of conflict or competition that we feel is unnecessary and we're tending toward discouragement, we want to stay away from this. The answer to this is always to sort of ask for help, go back outside of oneself and connect with others, you know? So if this is an unknown feeling that has the potential to creep up on you at this time, that is really, like, if we can step back and get an aerial view of it, it's pretty exciting, ultimately. You know? You can avoid that. Let's see what's at the root of that. The King of Wands. So maybe Libra. I said Leo because of all this fire energy. But I actually see this as you, like what you're striving to be, Libra. You know? To be excited, to be powerful. You know? And I don't think that that's anywhere outside the realm of possibility, you know, for you to embody the King of Wands. That may be what you desire, you know? Maybe that's what you desire. In the spirit of Libra, in the spirit of balance, get an accurate understanding of the weight of this conflict, of the weight of this competition, against the weight of this World card, this Temperance card, this Wheel of Fortune. Get an accurate reading of these unbalanced scales. This is solid. The scales are tipped in favor of this large scale, big thinking progress. Don't let these small matters, you know, they don't, your scales are not, the scales are not balanced. Be okay with that. These are small matters. This is right to feel. This is right to want. But this would be an extreme response to this, considering all of this. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's look at your hopes and fears. All right, so this could read as either. You could be hoping for a return to more, you know, like beautiful, you know, this is a card of like romanticizing the past, longing for the feelings of being childlike and pure. You know, maybe if this is a hope, you could be hoping to return to more harmony. But don't remember that any disharmony is temporary, and what's at stake is beautiful. And you know what I mean? Like this World card, this Temperance, this Wheel of Fortune, this King of Wands energy, all of that is very beautiful. And it's okay. It's okay if things are a little rocky while people are coming to see who you really are becoming, Libra. Now, if this is something you fear, I don't know exactly what that could be. I'm getting that you might fear repeating an old pattern. Let's see how this hope and fear is manifesting. It's manifesting as the Seven of Cups. Delusion, confusion, not sure where to go next, where to turn. And what's at the root of that? The transformation. The transformation. What I'm sensing is the potential for a nervousness that can be avoided, Libra, with patience. You know, some patience. If there are, you know what whirling dervishes are, like if there are dervishes whirling around you, like if there's a swirl of chaos in your midst, temporarily, try to step back from it and just embody temperance. Even just like taking solace in the image of this card, those cups are not yet come to balance. It's in the process of balancing them, right? It's discerning, like she's not spilling a drop, but she's not in the certainty of balance. She's in the activity of uncertainty, right? Like this cup to that cup, to this cup to that cup, and okay with that, you know? I hope this is making sense. There's nothing to fear here. As long as you're okay with your own positive transformation. As long as you hold tight, hold fast to what you've been trying to build for yourself. And try and relax into that energy. Okay, let's look at your near future and the strength. You just need to hold on, Libra. You know? Just tame any impulses you may have to, you know, to panic or, and just really just find your own inner strength, you know, your own inner Leo, your own inner fire. That's what I see. Look at this. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, King of Wands, Strength card. Let's see how that strength is manifesting in your near future. Okay. An inner knowing. A deep connection to your own self, your own intuition. A quiet understanding. And let's see what's at the root of that in the near future. 9 of Wands. So one final test. This is making sense to me, Libra. Is it making sense to you? One final test. Seems like you've been working for something here. Mostly internally, a change within yourself. You know, coming into a new power of your own. Okay, let's look at your outcome. King of Pentacles. A very sturdy position in the world, very grounded, pragmatic, abundant. Let's see how that's manifesting. The Victory card. Look at all this fire energy, Libra. Victory card. That is your manifested outcome. And let's see what's at the root of that. The 8 of Wands. Fast moving fire energy. Messages. Just hold on to your hat, Libra. You're doing great. I actually really love this reading for you, and I don't feel the need to clarify anything. I hope you have a really, really wonderful, wonderful March. You know, there's an old saying like about March coming in like a lion and going out like a lamb. And I don't know if that's true weather-wise, but you are certainly coming into March like a lion, Libra. And I'm really happy for you. I hope you have a wonderful month. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to reading for you again soon.